Hello and welcome to one of the review rooms here at AV Forums. Today we're looking at two products from Yamaha, the CX-A5100 AV processor, as well as the MX-A5000 11-channel amplifier. Now let's have a look at the processor first. This is the CX-A5100. We're going to unbox this. This is a brand new product, absolutely brand spanking new. It has never been opened, this box, so we don't know what's inside either. We're going to have an interesting look through with you and see what's included in the box. First of all, with the processor, this is a Dolby Atmos DTS:X receiver with HD CP 2.2 HDMI 2.0A inputs. It's completely future-proof and it has MusicCast. So let's have a look in the box. So like we said, we're going to take a look inside the box, so very quickly undo this. As we said, it is a brand new unit. It has never been opened. So as we said, this is the Yamaha CX-A5100 AV processor. It has Dolby Atmos, it has DTS:X, so let's have a look inside the box. And first of all, we have packaging notes here. There is a CD-ROM with the instructions. There's also a MusicCast setup guide and some other bits and bobs in there. Also in the box, we have an AM aerial as well as FM aerial. And we also have a power socket, usual kettle lead type of socket there. And also in the box here, just in the light, it's well taped up so you can't see that, and I don't have time to take it out just yet, but that is the microphone from the auto EQ system that's built into the processor. And then we come on to the included remote control in the packet here. Just take it out of this packaging very quickly. So as you can see, titanium and black design like most of Yamaha's higher end AV receivers. The processor here cut down on the buttons somewhat. There's still direct buttons here for the sound modes, get your volume program and the main dial controls in there as well. Nice size, and it fits well in the hand as well. So that's the remote control. And then at the side here, this is it's a cardboard or plastic tripod for placing the microphone for doing your auto EQ system. So nice of Yamaha to include that in the box. Although at £2,500 you would say that putting in a little tripod like that is the least that they can do to use their system. So that is a look inside the box. We'll take the unit out and we'll have a closer look. So now they got the unit out of the box. As you can see, it's an all black unit, although you can get it in titanium and black finish as well. Because it's all black and we're in an all black room here in our cinema room, it's proven to be quite difficult to light because it is very reflective on the top part of the processor and darker in the bottom part. And then they've got the white sticker across the front, which is probably, looking at the monitor, going to be blown out, and you probably can't read that just so you can see everything else that's going on. But anyway, this is the front of the processor, and at this side we've got the main zone power. We've also got the input dial here, which manually takes you through all the inputs on the back of the processor. And then across at the right hand side here, you can see my reflection there, like I was talking about, very difficult to light this. We've got the volume control here and a pure direct button just above that. Those with eagle eyes will probably spot that the DTS Ready logo is down here next to the volume control as well. And then if we just take the green tape off the front here, and then it should pop down to reveal more inputs and selection keys. Headphone socket for silent cinema. There's the YP80 microphone socket as well as a USB HDMI input. And then of course up here we have the main display, which at the moment I'm only feeding it power and it won't light up everything that's available in the display, but obviously you can switch that, dim it right down and switch it off as well if you're in a complete cinema room. So that's the front of the processor, let's have a look around the back. Even though this is a high-end processor from Yamaha, it's nice to see that the back panel is still laid out in such a way that it's not confusing and it won't put people off trying to set the system up. And it's split into various parts, so we have video at the top, then we have the analog audio inputs along the middle and the pre-outs along the middle, and then down the bottom we have our XLR outputs and inputs. So let's look at it in more detail. So at the top we've got 7 HDMI inputs along the top and 2 outputs. All of them are HDCP 2.2 copy protection enabled, and they're also HDMI 2.0A, so they are completely future proof as things stand at this moment in time. And below the HDMIs we have the component video inputs, and then to the left hand side you have your composite video inputs, as well as analog audio inputs here and audio inputs to the left hand side of that, as well as a phono stage with a ground. And just above we have our multi-channel inputs, and then below down here we have our optical and coaxial digital inputs. Then moving to the middle section we have our zone out and then our pre-outs as RCA plugs, and this includes our channels for Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. And then below that we have our XLR outputs, balanced XLR outputs, including 2 outputs for the subwoofer with XLRs, balanced XLRs, which is a really nice touch from Yamaha to add that in. And finally we have 2 XLR inputs for Audio 4. And then finally, just to wrap up, we have our aerial for wireless as well as a LAN port, and then we have our triggers, remote in and out, and our RS-232 control port. And that's the back panel of the CX-A5100. So let's move on to the MX-A5000 power amplifier. This goes with the processor. It's an 11 channel one. As we said with the processor, this is again a brand new unit. Never been opened before, never been sent to anyone for review beforehand. And as you can see, not a lot in the box because it's just an amplifier. The only thing we have here is a power cable, and there is some documentation within that area, and that is it that's in the box. So we're not going to leave the camera running while I struggle to get this out of the box. We'll be back in a sec with it all unpacked and looking gorgeous. And here we have the unpacked MX-A5000 power amplifier, 11 channel power amplifier, and the front panel is pretty barren, as you would expect. We have A and B speakers on the left hand side here, and in the middle we have a power button. And that's your lot on the front, so let's take a look around the back. So moving around to the back panel of the power amplifier, and this is quite confusing when you look at it the first time around, and that's because the labelling is quite confusing, because it goes from channel 1 to 6 left, and then it goes from 2 to 6 on the right. So quite confusing. The inputs aren't that confusing. You have your main inputs here, so you have balanced XLR, or you can use unbalanced RCA plugs. So that's your inputs. Then have your triggers in here, and then you set your impedance and the auto power standby, and then you basically match up your speaker channels with your channels on the inputs. So channel 1 is channel 1, channel 2 right is channel 2 right, channel 2 left is channel 2 left, and you have A and B channels, obviously for by-wire. That is the back panel of the power amplifier. So there you have it. That is our boxing of the Yamaha CX-A5100 and the MX-A5000 11 channel power amplifier. I am itching to get these wired up now. It's probably going to take me a couple of hours to do that, and get the system running and get it up for review. But thank you very much for watching our unboxing video, and don't forget you can read more reviews on avforums.com/reviews. You can also watch more videos on avforums.com/videos. And why not follow us on Twitter? And you can like us on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching.